Hi guys, my name is Valencia Bodie. I am from Longview, Texas, which is a small town in East Texas. I graduated from the University of North Texas with my bachelor's in biology with a double minor in chemistry and criminal justice. Currently, I attend Stephen F. Austin State University, where I'm pursuing my master's in professional counseling. I am super excited to begin my career as a teacher. So today I will be answering the questions that you guys outlined in the application. The first question was about lesson plans. I'll be completely honest, I've never created a lesson plan before, but I have designed experiments. So in my mind, it's kind of the same thing. A good experiment needs a good question that you're trying to answer. So a good lesson plan needs a good goal or core objective that you're trying to reach. So it would answer the question, what should the students learn today? What should the students take away? And then with that, I can create what I call the meat of the lesson. So this is the fun part. This is where I get to teach and the students get to learn. So I'm very big on 3 different styles of learning. So visual, verbal, and kinesthetic. So for instance, if I'm doing a lesson on, let's say atomic structures, visual will be using the blackboard or the whiteboard to kind of recreate Bohr models or Lewis dot structures. Verbal, of course, is including clear and concise instructions so that the students can follow along. And then kinesthetic is just kind of following up with like a model kit or doing an experiment with the students so they can get some hands-on experiments with it. And then of course, including time for questions and independent learning and tasks. One thing I've learned in my counseling courses is reflection is key to learning. So of course, at the end of the day, we'll kind of reflect, kind of have them create their own takeaways, get an understanding of what they know, what they don't know, and just kind of cultivate critical thinking. And then of course, it's important to be mindful of materials, equipment, and time. The second question you guys had, just to address, I think my number one goal is to teach, and it's for the students to learn, but I also want them to be excited about learning. So if what I'm doing isn't working, I need to dedicate more time to develop these lessons. And sometimes the lessons are more difficult than others. So having alternatives, maybe videos. I watched a lot of Khan Academy throughout my undergraduate career, but also catchy phrases. I'm very good with that. Like the electron gets excited when it gets outside, just kind of demonstrating the ground state of electrons. But also reflecting for myself, what can I change in the lesson to assist the students? And then lastly, you guys wanted to address disruptive behavior. For me, addressing disruptive behavior can be very tricky. It can be the root of many things. When I think about it, I think about my 5-year-old daughter. I mean, it doesn't get more disruptive than that, okay? But most times when she's throwing one of her many tantrums throughout the day, it is because she needs something from me, right? She needs some attention. She needs help understanding something. I mean, she's 5, she's learning, she's growing. So I think that's very important takeaway that can probably be applied in the classroom. So if the student is being disruptive, of course, immediately I'm going to address the situation and end it during instruction. But I will follow up with a private conversation just to kind of get a better understanding of what's going on and then reminding them of the code of conduct. One thing my counseling classes have taught me is boundaries. So setting them and maintaining them will help me set limits, be consistent with my students, and also just kind of reminding them daily of what I expect from them. This is also being very specific about their actions, right? So at the end of this, if this doesn't work, of course, the code of conduct will include consequences that I must take. But at the end of the day, I will offer additional help. So any way that I can help them catch up with the learning that they've missed, or just kind of get a better understanding of what's going on. That's all I have for you guys.